That feels better. Hello, welcome. My name is Kat. This is my channel Kat Can Sew, and welcome to episode 43. I'm on Instagram under Kat Can Sew. To everybody who is new, welcome. I will be doing a whip parade tomorrow, so you probably will have found me through that. And to everybody who continues to watch these, I appreciate every single one of you, and thank you. And yeah, this is going to be a semi-short video. I basically have no whips this fortnight, but I have a couple of finishes. I'm going to do a little bit of haul, like my Christmassy goodies that I got, and a little bit on my plans for next year, as well as my stats both for December and 2025. And then I will start filming my whip parade. If I get my whip parade filmed and edited before work tomorrow, it will go up on Monday. If not, it will go up on Tuesday. I am recording this on Saturday the 3rd of January. This should be going up tomorrow before work, so on the 4th. So let's jump straight into my finishes, because that's what I have this week. First up, we have Ribbon Candy Ornament by Calico Crossroads. This is them completely finished. I don't have them anymore, which is why I can't have them in my hand. These have been gifted to my mother-in-law, and she's so happy because that's her favorite type of candy. And I'm super happy with how the finishing came up on these. It does say to put a bell on the bottom, but I didn't have any bells, so I just like added a sequin and like tied it off and like glued it. But I did have some 1/16 chronic ribbon, which is what I used to string them together, and I'm really happy with the way that came together. I am probably going to make one for myself using, I have no idea what, probably some dyes, like hand dyes that I have, because I have a ton of them and I just never use them. So this seems like a project that'll let me use a bunch. So yeah, so these are finished. This is stitched on 14 count perforated paper by Mill Hill, and I did 526 stitches to get this 100% finished. But I got there. I was really worried I wasn't going to, but I just pushed through and like did that last couple of days on it and got it done. Next up is another finish. This is the last of the Celebrate All Year projects. This is November National Novel Writers Month. These were by Black Needle Society. This is available as a sell on their, or not as a sell, as a set of patterns on their website. This is stitched on ice blue 32 count linen that I got from Yarntree, I think. Maybe. I don't remember at this point. Yeah, I think this is the one I'm using a bunch of projects on. So I had 1,045 stitches to go, so I basically had the entire typewriter. I think these are push pins, the body over the pen, and the inside of the inkwell to go, and that is now finished. All 12 are finished. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish them using the finishing kit we have, or I'm going to use that for different projects. I may just put them in a bag. I may like stitch them all together. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to deal with those yet. And then my last finishes are more of my little magnets that I'm doing. So I finished, so I think last time I had 4 done on that sheet, and I did 2 of the stockings. This is the screenshot of the stocking. I have taken that into work and given those to the people. I did not take a photo of them, and that was a stupid move. When I'm in the office, when I'm in tomorrow, I will take a photo of the one on the board. And then I have stitched the next 4. And then I have 2 more to go, and I've started the Grinch. So I've just got the Grinch and the Christmas tree. I am trying to finish these tonight, back them and put the magnets on before I go to work tomorrow, so I can get the points for them. Also because tomorrow is the end of our Christmas and our Chase Interactions activities that we're doing, which is what these have come from. I then have to stitch these 6 again, plus the Jurassic World one, because I told the lead, she was like, gonna swipe them. And I'm like, let me stitch them for you. So that's why I had stitched the ones I stitched last video. I should get the last couple knocked out tonight while I'm editing. And then I can put the felt on tonight and do the magnets tomorrow before work. I don't start till late, so I can get that done. But overall, that's all I stitched. So technically, the only whip I have this week is this one, and I haven't counted it because I was working on that before I realized I was out of one of the colors and had to go and grab it. So that's all my stitching. It has been a really poor stitching week for me. Or fortnight for me. Between Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, I just haven't had the energy to stitch. And like family stuff, like I just haven't been home a ton, and I haven't had the brain to stitch. And I was like, you know what? It's the end of the year. I got my couple of finishes that I wanted to get done. I've mostly been working on these. Like these, each of these are 360. This one is 184. But I have done 5 of these in the last 2 weeks. So I have done a chunk of stitching. It just doesn't feel like it because they're such small projects. Let's do my December stats. Let me change my screen. No, this one. So in December, I worked on 14 projects. 9 of those were starts. All of those were these little bitty books. No, I did 10 starts because I don't think I had stitched this one when I updated my stats. Oh, no, because I worked on this one on the 1st. That's why. I started this one on the 1st. So I had 9 starts. All of them were these itty bitty projects. So of the 9 projects I worked on, of the 14 projects I worked on, 9 were these. I had 12 finishes. So the 9 of these, the 2 of these that I finished, and the ribbon candy ornaments. I completed 4 goals, which wasn't a ton, but I did get some goals knocked out. I did 8,985 stitches, which is not my lowest month, but is not my highest month. No back stitch, no 10 stitch. So not a bad month. As I said, it's about middle of the range. But, you know, last couple of weeks were just the last couple of weeks. My stats for the year is I have worked on all but one of my projects that I worked on. So I have 39 projects on my whip wheel. So I worked on 38 of those. I got 41 finishes. No, because I haven't moved 2 over yet. I got 43 finishes. So that is, yes, I'm aware a ton of those are those 380 stitch squares. But you know what? I stitched them and I finished them. They're counting. So that's 70, nearly 80 stitches that projects I worked on. I did 109,559 stitches, 3,337 back stitches, 2,396 tent stitches. I completed 60 goals. I had 24 starts and 43 finishes. So my stats for the year are pretty solid. As I said, I've done a ton this year. A lot of those finishes were small, but small finishes still count as finishes. So yeah, let's do my haul, and then I will go into my 2026 plans. So for Christmas, I got some stitchy goodness. So I basically gave my in-laws a list of stuff that I wanted, and I got more of the things that I wanted than I was expecting. So I did put both of these on my list, like going, well, you can get me just like the pack of 1, or you can get me the pack of 5. They got me both. So these are the size 2 nurges. These are really good for like Jose, and I've got a few other projects that work really well on these. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put these nurges in with those projects, especially like Jose, and that makes those like easy to grab travel projects for either when we're going away, or if I'm going into Disney for the day, even going into work and I don't feel like working on a Mill Hill. So yeah, so I got 6 size 2 nurges, and then we've got, so I've now got 2 purple, 2 pink, a green, a brown, and a blue. So you'll probably see more projects in these. I got sorry, I forgot to pull it out of the bag. I got the Starfish Buttons and Bees from Mill Hill. This has been on, I just literally got this off, like, I gave them an Amazon list. And I liked this one, so that's the one I got. And then Ginger Stitch AU is on Amazon for US customers. So I put some of these on. So I got the Floral Stingray, and I got, I'm going to mispronounce him. He's the Baby Godzilla, because he's so freaking adorable. I don't do monsters, but he is adorable. So he'll end up on a project somewhere. The Stingray is the same. I just really like that one. Stingrays, sea creatures in general, I really dig. So they were from my in-laws. They were all from my mother and father-in-law. And then today I caught up with Adrian, who is one of my work people. She's at this stage one of my best friends. We just click. We get along really well. We're similar age, so we have fairly similar disdains for things, and like she's like really into Care Bears, and she knows I'm really into Disney. And she, as part of what she gave me for Christmas, she gave me a Haunted Mansion cardigan that is so comfy. And I know she got it on clearance because we've had that discussion, but it is so cozy and I can't wait to wear it. But she gave me this bag, which is, this girl runs on snacks and magic with like some castles and snacks and stuff. This is probably going to become my park project bag. So Jose's going to end up in here. It does, I believe, fit a nudge. Yeah, the nudge just fits in there. It like pushes out the bottom of the bag, but you know, it fits. So this will go in my my Disney bag. Like, that'll be my grab when I'm going to Disney bag. It may end up just getting snacks in it. Like, who knows? Like, but this is going to be a really cute little project bag that I can use. It is just a little accessory pouch. But yeah, she also gave me some really cute earrings in here. She's amazing. But like, how cute is this? I had to show it to people because I love it, and I want to find a use for it that I can use for my stitching. The Nerge is a tad tight knit, so we'll see what happens. As whenever I go to Disney, I have way too many snacks. So that is my haul. Next up is I'm gonna do a teeny tiny life update. Check on your teeth, people. So as I said, I had broken a tooth on this side. I'm getting that replaced. I lost a crown on this side on Tuesday, 90 minutes before I started work, so it was too late for me to call out. And then I started too late on New Year's Eve, and then it's been New Year's Day, and the dentist I go to is closed on Fridays. So I have to get through tomorrow, because what I have also done is chipped the tooth next to it, because that tooth is, like, it's not missing, like I have the inside of the crown there. But I chipped the back of the tooth next to it, because it's kind of just sitting there. Work on your teeth, people. Keep an eye on them. Other than that, I'm doing okay. I've done a lot of work. I'm actually coping a lot better at work than I was expecting. My ankle is sore, but I think a lot of it is just 8 hours on my feet when I haven't been doing that for 4 months. Plus a lot of rain. A lot of rain for Southern California. So, all in all, health is doing okay. My teeth, not so much, but everything else is doing okay. No Disney trips. I'm hoping to go this week. I've been blocked out for the last 2 weeks, so I was hoping to go the weekend before we got blocked out, but I just didn't have the energy. We've been back de-blocked out as of Thursday, but I worked. And then I'm working tomorrow. I knew I needed to record this, so I'm also getting reservations hasn't been easy. But we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for Monday or Tuesday. And then there'll be more photos on the next video. Last bit I'm going to chat about is my 2026 goals / plans. I want to start Poltergeist Pirates, but I'm not starting Poltergeist Pirates until I get down to... I'm still debating on 25 or 30 projects. Getting down to 25 projects is a lot of stitches. Like a lot of stitches. But that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I really want to whip down, get a bunch of finishes done, still work on some small stuff that I will start and finish over the next 12 months. But I really want to start Poltergeist Pirates. So, I have rejigged my wheels for next year. I have 13 wheels. I have 10 wheels, which is get to 10%, which instead of this time being, I'm just going to keep working on that project till I get to 10%, I'm still debating on 500 or 1,000 stitches, with that wheel being it can be spun up again. My pre-2023 start, 2023 start, 2024 start, 2025 start, under 5,000 stitches, under 2,500 stitches, under 2,500 to under 10,000, 10,000 to 25,000 stitches, and over 25,000 stitches, and then no stitches in 2026. That wheel will be the most frequently updated, because as soon as I put stitches in a project, it's getting removed from that wheel. with the goal being I put stitches in every project again this year. And then I have least stitches, oldest project, and my Frogwarts, because I'm hoping to get that finished by July. I actually purchased my Frogwarts Year 7 box this morning. I have signed up for the Facebook group. I don't think they're going through and approving those yet. They'll probably won't for a couple of days. So that is my goal there. My goal on least stitches is just to get that finished. I've got 3 projects that are under 2,500 stitches left. One of those projects, when that one gets finished, I'm starting the next one in the series. For my oldest whip, I'm aiming for 500 stitches a month. And then Frogwarts, I have my about 2,500 stitches that I'm trying to get done a month. I did not do my December goal on that one, so I am a month behind. So I'm still going to try and get that one plus January's done by the end of January. Otherwise, I will just keep possibly having to like juggle. Like I have 2 goals each month, and I'm trying to get at least one done, with the goal to have where I want to be in June done by June, so I can be like, all I have left for the event or for July is the first 2 weeks is just going to be working on Year 7. So yeah, so my get to 10% is going to be 500 stitches a month, with changing out those projects every month, possibly the same project. But I really struggled with that goal this year because I had 7,000 stitches to do on Pacific Crest Trail, and I got those stitches done, but they took me months. I'm hoping that by doing like 500 a month, they may take me another year to get done. Because some of those projects that I have to get to 10%, I have thousands of stitches to get done. Like, I can't even remember what projects are on there at the moment, but I know it's like Death by Cross Stitch. It is Anzac, but that's pretty close. Electrical Light Parade. These are all really big projects, so that to get that 10% is a lot of stitches. And then for my number of stitches wheel, I'm also doing numbers, and I was doing percents, but I'm back to doing numbers. So under 2,500 is 250 stitches. 2,500 to 10,000 is 500 stitches. The next one is basically under 2,500 is going to be 750 stitches, and over 25,000 is going to be 1,000 stitches. Along with 2025 starts is 500 stitches, 2024 starts is 1,000, 2023 is 1,500, and pre-2023 starts is 2,000. The reason I have such a high number for that one is most of those projects are BAPs. It's Villa Mirabilia, it's Rapunzel and Rococo, it is Bookworm Fairy, and Elvis. Elvis is my oldest whip as well. That one only has like 3,000 stitches or something to go on it, so that one shouldn't take too long. Like, it basically needs to be spun up on each wheel and it will be done. So like, it feels like a lot of math, but it's math that works for me, and I'm hoping that by having those set numbers versus percentages, I'll get stuff done. Also, I was doing percentages based on the amount of the project I was So that percentage of stitches is how many stitches I have left on the project. If I have a big project that's close to finished, 25% is a lot of stitches. Where if I'm under 2,500 and I put in 250 stitches, I'm like a fifth of the way or a tenth of the way of getting to the finish. I'm hoping to get a bunch of those projects, like those small projects, knocked out. I've got a couple of projects that are like really close to the next level down. I highlight everything in my spreadsheet. I'm also hoping this year to knock out my wheels per month. Though those big projects with that 2,000 stitches, it does mean I have a lot of stitches to do every month. But if I don't get them done, so be it, and I spin new wheels for the next month. If I finish on my wheels, then I'll spin some new stuff, because some of those wheels have really big numbers. Like a couple of those wheels have like 20 projects on them. So yeah, we're like trying to get everything stitched on. And if I can get everything stitched on a couple of times a year, over the year, we'll get closer to getting some finishes done. I do plan on doing some smalls. I've got a bunch of the teeny weeny bikinis by Meriden. I've got a bunch of Sweet Annette and Luna Fox stamps that I can knock out in, like a couple of sessions. Just trying to get some, that dopamine hit, trying to get some finishes every month. There's a lot of ums in here. I know what's going on in my brain, but my brain is not communicating. So I'm going to call this at the end of this video. Just to give you an idea of, hey, you'll probably see a bunch of projects every video, because I have goals, and I have realistic goals this year. I may, if I find that in January I'm struggling with those numbers, I may dial back some of my numbers. So, for example, 2025 has been 250. 2024 has been 500. 2020, actually, I may do that anyway. 2023 being 750, and pre-2023 being 1,000. That feels a lot more manageable. That brings me only to 4,000 stitches a month, and I can knock out 10. I had some months where I only did 4,000, but then I had months that I did 10. So that may be what I do. It's amazing what happens when you articulate stuff out loud. So on that note, I hope everybody is having a great Christmas, New Year break, New Year time. Those of us who work has not been too stressful. I'm wishing everybody a healthy and safe 2026. Try to take care of yourselves. I'm hoping everybody has a great year. I'm aware many of us are not, but I'm hoping that everybody does. Look after yourselves, look after your families, stitch your jam, and have a great fortnight. Ciao.